Welcome back to another episode of The Gentleman's Briefly. These are the episodes where we talk about things we don't normally talk about on the regular feed, and these are our shorter episodes. So strap in and get ready. And by the way, my name is Jordan. Of course, I'm one of the hosts, and I'm also, joined by the same person, we've been rolling on this journey with, Spenser. Spenser, how are you doing today?
I can say confidently that I'm doing pretty okay. How about yourself?
Can't complain, man. That's my go-to. I can't complain. Can't complain.
You just
So if you
living the dream?
living a dream, if you have, been tapped in with us this entire journey, we have gone over the colors red, orange, yellow, and green. Today we are going over the colors blue, the color blue. And so we will be picking our favorite characters or some of our favorite characters who are blue. And when I say they are blue, that means they are blue. They're not wearing blue. They are blue. So yeah, that makes a world of difference. So let's just get right into it. Spencer, would you like to go first, or you want me to go first?
I can go first.
All right.
So with my first uh character, I think I'm going to go with a Pokemon.
Oh, nice.
There are a lot of blue Pokemon, and I think I know where most people assume I'm gonna go, but I don't think I'm going there. Jordan, if I just said a blue Pokemon, who would you assume I'm going with?
I would assume you're going with either Squirtle or Blastoise.
That's what I figured you would assume. Like Squirtle, I feel like is going to be a lot of people's go-to for a blue
Right.
Pokemon.
But I bet I know who
Um,
it is.
okay. Now, most people would be like, "Oh, obviously, if you're not going with Squirtle, you're going with Gyarados." Wrong
Yeah,
again.
that's what I was going to say.
Yeah, I know you
Okay.
were. Wrong again. Today, I'm going with Vaporeon.
Nice. Nice.
Vaporeon is my favorite EV evolution. I've loved Vaporeon since I first saw Vaporeon. I will say Pokemon Stadium is what I grew up with, and I did not use Vaporeon super often just because there were better water options. Like obviously, you go Gyarados
Yeah,
or Blastoise in a situation when you have those options. Because I'm about to hydro pump my way to a championship in
that's right.
Pokemon Stadium. But loved Vaporeon, loved the look. Um, Vaporeon was just my favorite, and still is my favorite EV evolution. Umbreon is close. I
That's
do,
my number one.
yeah, I do like Espeon and Umbreon, but with the first three, Flareon just didn't do it for me. Like I just wasn't. I couldn't get behind Flareon. I didn't like
That's
Flareon,
fair.
and
That's fair.
Jolteon was cool, but not Vaporeon.
I imagine touching a Vaporeon and it just feeling like slimy, and it kind of weirds me out a little bit. Like it's like ew. I don't want to touch
I
it.
I see how you'd get there. And I wouldn't think slimy. I would just think like smooth, but
Like
weird.
a Yeah, but just imagine like touching like a wet snake worm or something. I don't even know. Like,
A
uh,
snake
uh,
worm.
yeah, like I know it wouldn't feel like a worm. It'd probably feel closer to a snake, but then it's also like in water, so then it might feel slimy. And I'm like, ew, I can't touch worms.
Yeah, I feel like there are Pokemon who would feel worse, but
Facts.
I mean, I see where you're coming from.
Yeah.
I
But
also Articuno crossed my mind, but like I said, I went with Vaporeon.
yeah, I mean that's fair. I mean, I like Vaporeon as well. I think out of the original three, Flareon, probably because I lean always more towards fire type Pokemon. But I like Vaporeon too. Like I have no issues with it. And the shiny color, the shiny version of it is purple, and it looks really nice in my opinion.
Okay.
They did a really good job with that one. Yeah, it's a really good job with that one. Um, yeah, Vaporeon's it's a good pick though. Good pick.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, my first character is I feel like there's kind of two versions of this character. One is white, if you think about the original run. But the run that I really care about, he's blue in, and of course I'm going to the X-Men universe, and it is Iceman, Mister
Okay.
Mister Bobby Drake. So like the original run, he was a white snowman looking, type. Where more recently in the the one we care about is the blue. Which now I'm thinking about it, is he even blue? Because like maybe he appears blue to us because that's the way they have to draw him.
That's what that's the impression I'm under, is that he's drawn blue so that we know that it's Iceman, but like if you actually saw him, he might be translucent, but
That's what I was just thinking.
who knows? Like we'll call him blue.
Yeah.
But he's not blue the same way Beast is.
Right. Yeah. That's a different blue. He's almost like a white, light blue. Yeah. Which I don't know why I just not thought about that. Yeah, if we saw him in real life, he'd probably be more translucent.
Probably.
Hmm.
But who
Anyway,
knows?
yeah. Anyway, that's my man, and I'm sticking with him. I'm picking Iceman, the Omega level mutant, and Iceman is a problem because he is essentially unstoppable. If he wanted to, he could freeze Earth over, and no one would be able to even do anything against him. And he has, some stories. He was the ultimate ruler. Of course, those weren't like canon stories or anything like that, but it was always like fun stories, side stories. Um, I mean, the power, he might have been the first character I've seen using ice. And I guess ever since then, like I've always leaned towards him. And even more recently, like in the comics now, he's more an adult. He's like way more, he's aged up a little bit more, and like he understands how to use his powers, like to precisely freeze the blood inside of your body, inside and out, completely, stop you from moving. And yeah, Iceman is just fantastic. I even enjoyed him in the movies too. Like I enjoyed Sean Ashmore's, impersonation of him.
Okay, okay. Gonna be honest. I am surprised you went with Iceman.
That's only where's only character number one.
You're right. But it's not because there are other X-Men you could choose from that I'm surprised you went with him. It's because of the change that they made to him
Oh yeah,
that I'm
that
surprised you went with him.
even though all that did happen, I mean, I still like Iceman, but yeah, that was at the time it happened, and now, I mean, we talked about it before in another episode. And if people don't know what we're talking about, I believe that is the diversity episode when we talked about that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, go back and check out our diversity episode. But yeah, anyway, yeah, I was super pissed when that happened. Like I understand that happens in real life, but I was still pretty pissed about it. Um, but I
I
mean, I
mean,
still like the character a lot.
look at you growing, being an ally.
You're right. You're right, man. I understand that happens, but I mean, I was still pissed, man. Not even
Okay.
gonna lie.
Well, I that's very progressive of you. I'm proud of you.
Yeah, because when it
Very.
happened, that wasn't how I was when
Nope.
when it first happened. That was a
uh
lot of bad language going around here. But
let's not. Yep,
yeah,
yep, okay. Uh okay. Well, cool. For my next pick, I'm going to have to go with one of my favorite villains, and that is Hades from Hercules. I,
nice.
I love Hades. James Woods did a phenomenal job with that one. Hades is great. I love it when the one time it happened, whenever Hades gets like happy, like he got the blue
Yeah,
fire.
yeah.
It's so good. But yeah, he's one of the best villains that Disney put out. Uh I think he was great. He got hoed and he was like, "All right, there's a baby that's going to be in my way. I'm going to have to kill that baby." And
Yep.
he was prepared to do it. That's a villain. His
That is.
nephew, might I add, yeah, he was like, "I'm going to have to kill that baby." And he sent his henchmen to do it. And then, whenever that didn't work, he pretty much sent the slave that he has to go seduce him. And
Oh,
then They fell in love, and then he was like, "All right, well, now I'm going to use you against him," and he almost accomplished his goals.
Yeah,
And
I
so,
won't say I'm in love.
yeah,
Yeah.
Hades. Oh, he was so great. He was captivating and very entertaining as a Disney villain. And he's, like I said, definitely top three.
I like when he got pissed and his flames grew red. He's like, "No, I'm cool. I'm cool. I'm cool. I'm cool." Yeah,
Yep.
I like seeing that.
His
Yeah, I
hair
do.
fire was great.
Yeah, yeah.
That yeah.
No, and I mean Hercules itself is a real fun real fun movie. I'm curious to see when they're gonna take another crack at it, and if they're gonna do it like this Disney way versus all the other ways they've come with.
I'm sure that there will be a live action version of Hercules, and as we have discussed in other episodes, I just need them to get the muses right, and I'm gonna be okay. The good thing
Hmm.
is, whether the movie is good or trash, I still have the animated version. But to date, in my opinion, I have not seen a live action remake that's better than the animated movie yet. And, I don't think that a Hercules movie is going to change my mind because I love the animated one so much.
I see this fan casting right here. Let me ask you what you think about these two picks to play Hades. They have what's Loki's name? His real name?
Tom Hiddleston.
Uh, Tom Hiddleston. What do you think about that?
I have seen that, and I think he's got everything that he needs to do it. It's going to depend on if they go in the same direction with Hades. If they do that same type of Hades, like if they go with the like fast talking, slick salesman, underhanded making deals type Hades, then I think Tom Hiddleston would do okay. But honestly, Tom Hiddleston can probably do whatever he wants. So
Yeah.
I think that there are not very many roles he's a bad choice for. I'll say that. And with that being the case, I think he could do it, but I don't know. I'd have to think about it, but I don't know that he's my first choice if they're going for the same type of Hades that they did in the 90s.
What do you think about Ariana Grande as Meg?
I'd be fine with that.
Okay.
I, well, actually, I don't know. I don't know if she has that. I'd rather have Jade. Fuck. Elizabeth Gillies. I'd rather have her be Meg than Ariana Grande. I think her name
What is
is
she
Elizabeth.
from?
She was also in Victorious. She was Jade in Victorious. She's in Dynasty. Um,
Hmm.
she voices
Oh, I see.
Catwoman in a movie that we will discuss way later on DC Animation with Spenser and Friends. But yeah, that's who I think could. I think she'd be a great Meg. Matter of
Okay.
fact, I think I've decided that's who I want to be Meg. Is
So that's your Meg.
Yeah, I think we can lock that in because she can sing. That's already covered. And I have watched her have the wit that I want Meg to have. That
Yeah.
that very sarcastic, dry delivery. Yeah, Jade can definitely do that. So yeah, that's who I want if that's what we're doing.
Well, look like if the execs out there are listening to us, go ahead and go get it. That's your Meg.
Yep,
All right. My next one is one of the few times I'm going double X-Men. And
I'm not
I'm
surprised.
going, yeah, not surprised at all. There's a ton of blue X-Men out there.
Yes,
But
there.
I'm going Nightcrawler for this one. And I mean, the religious, blue elf himself, Wolverine's, one might say best friend. In the comics, they are very close in the comics. But Nightcrawler, man, love him. I like I like that he's always conflicted, like between doing the right thing and also trying to accomplish the mission a lot of times. One of my most recent favorite kind of panels in the comics from him, it's basically a mission where the X-Men know they're going to die. And at this point in comics, the X-Men they can keep being brought back. But Nightcrawler and Wolverine basically was like, okay, in order to take this thing down, we're going to have to teleport basically into the sun. So basically, Wolverine and and Nightcrawler talking, and they're like, "If there's something on the other side, like hopefully I'll see you there." And basically, Nightcrawler teleports them into the sun, and that was like such like a great emotional scene between the two of them. It was I love it. I mean, I didn't almost cry, but I felt something deep down. But yeah, and also like Nightcrawler from X-Men Legends 2, I believe it was. He was rocking the double swords, and so or the swashbucklers, I think is what they're actually called. He's rocking double of those, and it was kind of fun to play with him and kind of zip around the place, slashing people, getting in and out of there. So
Oh,
yeah, Nightcrawler for me.
I loved teleporting with Nightcrawler in X-Men Legends.
Yeah, yeah, he's always definitely like a fun character to play with. They actually put him into the new Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3. He's like a DLC character. He's pretty fun in there too.
And that's what I was gonna say. It's like Nightcrawler's perfect for like a Marvel versus Capcom type game.
Oh, I don't know why they've never put him in that. Yeah, he would be perfect.
Yeah. Like yeah. Um yes, I have Nightcrawler in my list, and I assumed you were going to go with him. That's why I did not mention him earlier. That's why I mentioned Beast, because I assumed you were going to go Nightcrawler.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a good choice. That's a good choice. I really like Nightcrawler.
What do you got?
Um, so for my third one, I wanted to have a little fun with this one, and I know that anybody who has seen Dragon Ball Z is probably familiar with the Ginyu Force.
Oh yeah, that's funny. I almost added this character. I know who you're talking about.
And I absolutely went with Berter.
Yeah.
Uh, Berter was just the whole Ginyu Force was absurd, but Berter was the tall one, the blue one, and Berter was the fastest in all the land. If you have ever played Dragon Ball Z Tenkaichi, Berter was going like
Yeah.
Berter's who you could get the highest number combo hits with. Like Berter was he was too much in that game. Now his hits were kind of weak, but he was throwing them.
He's like super fast, but yeah, like I said, his hits wasn't that powerful.
Yeah, it felt like if you've played Super Smash Brothers, you know how Fox's gun hurts you, but you don't move.
Yeah.
It felt like his punches handled like that a lot of times. It felt like in that game, but you soup him up, and yeah, Bird will get the job done for you. But yeah, Bird was great. He was again the Ginyu Force is just absurd and ridiculous, and I love them for it.
Yeah.
And
I would say my favorite of the Ginyu Force is Jace.
I feel like most people's favorite is Jace.
Yeah, I like Jace a lot. I wasn't a big fan of Captain Ginyu himself though.
I don't know if anybody really likes Captain Ginyu because Captain Ginyu's kind of a bitch.
100% agree.
But yeah, I really like Burner. It was funny to me that he was the tallest and the fastest because that's not usually how that goes.
You would have thought of Jace would have been the fastest.
Yeah, like
Say just
yeah,
built like that.
looking at Jace, you assume he's the fast one, but I like that they changed it up a little bit. But yeah, I mean, Burner was pretty easily handled at the end of the day, but so was the entire Ginyu force, other than Captain Ginyu.
Yeah.
But yeah, it
What
was
what was Zarbon in wasn't
Dodorian.
Zarbon in Dodoria? Whose men were they? They were still
They were
Frieza's men, but
Friezas, yeah.
they were still Frieza's men. But what was their?
I
What
don't
were
know.
they weren't a group, right? It was just they were
No,
just
they
henchmen.
were. I think they were just like the top henchmen. Like they
Okay.
were the number two, I guess, because I don't exactly know how Frieza's army's hierarchy worked.
Yeah.
because I remember a lot of his henchmen were just random aliens. We had the Ginyu Force, but we also, yeah, we had those two. We had Pui Pui, or
Oh, I forgot about them. Yeah.
uh, who I am pretty sure Vegeta handled. Um, yeah, Frieza had just a gaggle of henchmen, and I don't know how the hierarchy worked with those henchmen.
Yeah, it looks like I mean it could have been yeah, it looks like they might have
But
been the two generals maybe.
I guess technically the Saiyans were also Frieza's henchmen.
Right.
Like Vegeta and Nappa were among the ranks as well.
Yeah,
So
I'm gonna need to see a Frieza army breakdown of like everybody's position there.
yeah, assuming it works the same way any military does. But I mean, since they're aliens, they can do what they want. So who
Yeah.
knows? Yeah,
I was say because
I assume the Ginyu Force is the Army Rangers.
I was gonna say because out of all of them, like out of Zarbon and Jace and the Ginyu Force and all of them, like Zarbon was my favorite, and then it was Jace. But like I said, they weren't a member of the Ginyu Force.
Yeah, nobody liked Dodoria. Dodoria was terrible.
Yeah, that's why fucking Vegeta beat his ass.
Yeah,
Um,
but yeah, Zarbon was Zarbon was funny to me because
yeah, because
Zarbon,
like he was all beautiful.
yeah, Zarbon was trying to be cute, and then
Yeah,
but when Zarbon got ugly, Zarbon was a problem.
yeah,
Zarbon was like,
yeah.
I don't like looking like this, so now we gonna have to fight because you can got me out here thick now. So let's do this.
Yeah, he put the gains on real fast.
Yeah. Matter of
Okay.
fact, since we in the last episode of Dragon Ball Z, we talked about Hunter x Hunter and their teacher, the blonde lady.
Yes.
She did the same thing.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh yeah, yeah. Because she was short. What is her name?
yeah, she was short and tiny, like looked appeared to be a child, but then when she got serious, she
Yeah,
got thick and tall, and she was like, I really don't like doing this.
Biscuit. That's her name. Biscuit
Yes,
Kruger.
I liked her, but yeah, she was the same way.
Yeah, I forgot. I forgot. I almost forgot about that.
Yeah, she was like, don't make me get big. I don't want to do it, but if I do, everybody's getting some of the bitch pudding.
Yeah, they definitely did because yeah, they took it serious and Zarbon did too. But you know, like all villains do, Zarbon got taken down.
Yep, and the way it
So
happened was great. That's one of my favorite kills in Dragon Ball Z.
yeah, Dragon Ball Z had a lot of got a lot of great kills. Yeah. All right, so my last character. I wonder if you have this one on your list, and I'm curious to see. But this one recently came into my life, you know, as a father, and I have to go with the blue dog himself, Bluey. Not the original blue dog, but I think the far superior blue dog. Bluey is just such a great show. Like I legit love watching the show. It's at this point it's on TV for the kids, but I am right there watching it along with them.
Bluey
Bluey,
is a girl.
yeah. Oh, what else? I keep saying he, huh?
Yep.
Yeah. See that's a rookie mistake. Those are rookie mistakes. I don't know why I kept saying he. Oh, I know why because I'm looking at images and I'm looking at Bandit, and then that's why. And
Because
so I
that's
keep
where
saying
I
he.
thought you were going. I thought you were
Yeah.
going to Bandit, but
No, I would have went Bandit, but I just employ I just enjoy Bluey a lot. Um hell, I guess I could pick Bandit too. Let's just go with both of them. Bluey and Bandit. They're both good. The show is just an amazing show. I wish I can be half the dad that Bandit is. I wish I had half the energy Bandit did. And then I wish my kids to be actually, I don't know, Bluey kind of do a lot
yeah, say
sometimes.
there's some times
Yeah,
Bluey.
Bluey kind of do a lot. I
Yeah,
do think one of my kids picked up the why. Like Bluey always asks why. I think one of my kids picked it up. Um, But yeah, both characters are really great. This show is fantastic. This is one of the probably, if this was a show when in my era growing up, I would have been all in. Like this is better than any of my childhood shows I could probably think of. Like as a like under seven, in my opinion. Bluey is fantastic. So yeah,
Okay.
Bandit slash Bluey is my pick.
That's a good pick. I definitely support it. I got on the Bluey train late, but also my kid is two, and he'll watch Bluey, but it's not there for him. Like I think Bluey's a little
Yeah,
too old for him right now.
yeah.
So I think once he's 3 or 4, like he will enjoy it the way that really everybody else does. But he does like it, but it's not his favorite.
It's funny because you'll be able to revisit it in about 2 years from now. And about time that happens, maybe we'll have like season six out or something because it just dropped new episodes recently. So you'll be able to go over more contact content with him.
Yeah, I mean, and it's all on Disney Plus. So
Yeah, but
okay.
yeah. What's your last character?
I did I go first? I think I did three.
Oh
I
wait,
think it was
do we both
yeah,
do three?
yeah, we did.
Oh dang, look at that.
I
What
did have an honorable mention.
who you got on your honorable mention?
On my honorable mention, Captain Planet.
Oh boy, I was recently talking about Camp to the Planet. Like, I was like, how come we have not seen anything from Captain Planet in years? Like, you'd have thought they would try to turn it into a movie or something.
You would think, but I guess we don't care about the environment anymore.
Nah, we don't. Nah, and it's crazy because like the young kids these days, when we were talking, having a conversation, they had young kids as in 23, 24 year olds. They have no idea who Captain Planet is. I'm like, yo, how do you guys not know this?
It's because they're babies, and
No,
but
I
he's a
know.
hero, and he's going to take pollution down to a zero.
Yeah, that's a shame, man. People didn't even know it. You got any
Captain
other
Planet
honorable
was
character?
Captain Planet was the original Avatar.
Facts.
So yeah, but that was my one honorable mention.
There's your one. I of course I had Articuno as well. I mean, I have an action figure of Articuno. I had Mystique as well. I didn't want to go all X-Men characters,
It would have been easy.
because I definitely would have. But Mystique was definitely on my list.
If I was
And
gonna
then
go with an X-Men, it would have been Nightcrawler, but I knew he was on your board.
yeah, I mean, I would have, if I would have went all of them, I would pick the Apocalypse. Um, I have fallen out of love with Beast. He's been doing too much with me. But
You don't like
I probably
Dark
would have put
Beast?
up. Oh man, his decision making has just been terrible, man. It's just bad, and yeah, I just ain't been rock with him like I used to,
Okay.
unfortunately. I had Sonic on the honorable mention as well.
Okay.
But as we talked about before, I'm more of a Knuckles fan, but I mean Sonic is still Sonic.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's it. That's an episode. So on the next episode of Dragon Ball Z, we will be going over the color purple. I'm excited to. Oh, I ask this every single time. How was the color blue for you? Was it hard?
Easy.
Yeah, same
Was
for me.
not difficult. Um, I had like 4 or 5 pretty immediately, and then had to like narrow it down to decide who was going.
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah. Next time on Dragon Ball Z, we'll be talking about the purple characters. So until then, we out of here.